Okay, now many of you immediately notice this logo or image as WhatsApp, a very popular social media platform used among students and basically anyone and everyone in the world. So the familiarity of this app is a good source to tap into to communicate with students. But what I have found with regards to WhatsApp is to use it primarily only for information or instruction purposes. And unless students don't have access to the other e-learning platforms such as Moodle, YouTube, you could then put your material on here. But it is more preferable to use it for instruction or information purposes to direct them to the other platforms. What I've also found from feedback from certain students was that the WhatsApp group is for the course. So there are many subject lecturers within one WhatsApp group and many students, and not all the students has the same subjects, for example, so there's not dedicated groups per subject or per lecturer. So what happens is information overload or flooding of the WhatsApp group. So the tips or the hints that I can provide with regards to WhatsApp is to communicate with the other lecturers within the same program or in that group, to identify certain times or days, for example, and here you can use the normal timetable to check when it is best to send information. And the reason for this is so that you give students time to actually absorb and digest the new instructions or reminders per subject, as opposed to different subjects providing information and instructions accidentally at the same time. So for example, life orientation, send at 9 o'clock all the information, then maybe give a 2-hour break, and then maths will send the information at 11 and so forth, so that you know that students won't have the excuse, oh, there was too much information, I did not see your instructions, or because that was the common excuse that I received over WhatsApp. So try discussing with other lecturers on appropriate times, or just stick to the normal timetable for the day that you usually would have got them. And it also creates a bit of consistency with the students to know that at a certain time, a certain subject will provide the information. Then another thing with regards to WhatsApp, because there are so many lecturers and on one WhatsApp group, for example 7 in the NCV and 4 in the report 101 at any given time, it is also advisable to create a brand or a visible icon for your subject or course, so that students, when they see this, they can immediately identify you as the lecturer and the subject to a particular brand, for example. So for my subjects, instead of delineating or separating ODP, Office Data Processing, and Computer Practice, I just call it Computers 2020. And the brand or the logo that I've created was a simple clip art picture of a computer, a desktop computer, and I've just inserted Boerland's logo inside that computer. So the clipboard will identify with students as an assignment, and then I usually put the date, as well as this loud horn, which are for any announcements, and the date. And then I have a template box over here, or a text box, where you just insert the information on the given day and then send it. Now the tools that I would like to share with you, which are simple tools on your computer, are the print screen tool and the paint application to create simple. Remember, different students learn or receive information differently. So some students might want to read when you write out the same message of an assignment or an announcement in WhatsApp purely as text. So you would type a message, send the message, and they would read it. But the difference visually inputting it in an image like this with a brand or a logo creates a different perception of the information, and it draws the student's attention differently. So for example, I use this as my logo. This could be for ECD, this could be for travel and tourism, this one could be for hospitality. You choose a logo that best speaks to your subject and students can relate to, and then keep it consistent, right? And then also keeping in mind the time that you send it over WhatsApp. So how I create these images, for example, I'll show you quickly. So the two main things we use here is print screen. So on your computer or laptop, you will look for a button that says print screen, or the shortened version PRT-SCR, right? And that basically takes an image shot of what you're looking at. And then the application we're going to use for the editing and saving into an image will be our Paint application. So let's have a look at that quickly. Okay, so on my flash drive, I would have a Word document called announcements, and these are the pictures that I have saved with the different announcements. So let's look at how to do that. So let's open up Microsoft Word quickly. Okay, so I keep the template for announcements on one side and assignments on the other side. So this will just be a combination of pictures and words, right? So on the announcements, I have these standard images, and the only thing I will change is the date. Then I will go into the text box and change the information or the announcement that I would like to make. Similarly for the assignment, I'll change the date on which I'm giving the assignment. In my computer, I will put the assignment instructions, the due date, and any other information I can, but limiting the information, knowing that the attention span is very short, right? So once you are done with your information in your template, so you can just remove this information, add new information, and once your information is current, right, what you can do then is on your computer, remember the print screen button, we will then press that button. So I'm pressing that button now only once. Once you press that button, right, it will hold this whole image that was on your screen. It made a screenshot, right, similar to your phone. So now it's stored in the memory of the computer, but now we need to put it somewhere. So the best application that I found for this, easiest one, is Paint. Now that's on my taskbar. So if you don't have it on your taskbar, click on your start menu. It will either be over here under the quick access options, or you go and search for it over here, Paint, and open the program. Once it's open, right, you can then click on paste, or the shortcut, which is Control and the letter V. So Control V. There's your print screen, and you will see immediately that there is this four-way arrow that you can move your image around, right? So move it so that you can see it. So once you have your announcements, that's what you want, you will then say select. When you click on select, your mouse will become a different image, right? So you will start in one corner, click, hold, and drag what you want. So now you are only going to focus on your announcement. Once you have selected what you need to select, right, let go of your mouse button. Now it will highlight the area that you want. Once it's done, you crop or cut out the rest. So now you only have that picture. I'll show you again. Select, highlight what you want, let go, and crop. Once you're happy with that, you can then go to File, Save. And now you can save this as an image, either a JPEG, GIF, PNG, it doesn't matter really, on the format, and then give it a name. So this is assignment for the 9th of June 2020, right? And then you can save it where you need to save it. And then once it's saved, right, let's just close all this off quickly. Once it's saved, now you can then send this. If you have WhatsApp on your computer, you can send it directly through WhatsApp on the computer, but generally I would then highlight the images that I want, right click, send to, and Bluetooth. Then I'll click on Bluetooth and send it to my phone via Bluetooth, and then once it's on my phone, it's easier and more mobile accessible for me. When I'm traveling, if students need a reminder of what they were asked to do and so forth, then I have it all on my phone at my fingertips just to send to them again. And then with regards to WhatsApp again, right? Send your assignments maybe the Monday, and then make sure your notes and assignments the Monday, and then all you do during the week is then just follow up to them. You keep it in your brand template, right? So you keep it in the brand template. So the announcements, did you do your homework, this is due in 2 days time. So it's just general reminders that you are sending them. I chose green because of the college's corporate colors, but you can change it to any other color that is more attractive to you and your students. So these are small ways in which I've found that changing the way you present the information on the platform that you're using creates a different vision to the students, and a different perception of the information sent to them. So I hope this will provide you with a bit of difference if you so choose to use it regarding WhatsApp and your brand and the tools that you use on your computer, being print screen and your Paint application.